Hi guys! Hello, I am back. I am back for another live stream. Let me see. Hi guys! Hello, I am back. I am back. Read up this. Let me see who's on. Who's on today's live stream. Today we'll be talking about sleep. Sleep. That's So again, we're live streaming on our website, live.ceramiracle.com. But if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you can do chat with me on the live chat on YouTube or Facebook. But if you want to pop over to our website, ceramiracle.com, live.ceramiracle.com, you'll be able to join us and on the live stream as well as the live chat, and you'll be able to see today's flash deal. So as usual, today's live stream will have a flash deal. We will have a giveaway. And the topic for today is sleep. And it's such an irony because I'm so sleepy now because I've been thinking about sleep the whole day. I'm just trying to prep for today's live stream. But yeah, well, so let me know if you can hear me because I think since today's topic is sleep, it seems like it's quite a sleepy day. People are slowly coming into the live stream. So if you're watching this on Facebook and if you have sleep troubles and if you want to find out how you can overcome your sleep problems, today's live stream will address that. I'll be talking about sleep. It is something that we need to do every single day. It is a biological function, but it is also a function that a lot of people struggle with. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are probably the only living thing on Earth that suffers from sleep issues on such a grand scale. So today we'll be talking about sleep. And in the meantime, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask me the questions directly on the live chat. You can live chat with me on YouTube, Facebook, or on our website. So people are streaming in. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Hi guys. Let me see. So there'll be a giveaway today. As usual, the giveaway today, I am still thinking of what to give today. Depends on how many people we have on the live stream and how great you guys are at interacting, right? So the more you engage with me, the more you interact with me, then probably the bigger gift I will be giving out today in today's giveaway. And so it's been 2 days since our last live stream. Nothing much has happened. Nothing much has happened. It's been the same environment, same habits. I don't know about you guys, but I need to get to the beach very soon, or I'm gonna go mad. I need to be near like a body of water. Right? It can be a beach, can be a lake, can even be a pond. Like I'm not fussy now. Right? Just give me like a body of water to be near to. I don't have a bathtub at home, so that's not gonna work. But yeah. Oh, well, let's just give it a few more minutes for more people to come aboard. Hi, Clara. For more people to come on board. Let's see. Regular folks are not in yet. I'm waiting for waiting for Janice. Poor Janice. Like she missed out on both the giveaways the last 2 rounds. So I promised I'm gonna give her like a good hint today on the giveaway. I think we should give her something. Right? She's been really engaging and eager and really supportive. But that's what the live stream is for, right? It's for you guys to hang out with me and for me to give thanks to you guys. And hi, Mystical Habitat DW. Okay, so we're going to talk about sleep today, and sleep is such an important topic because you know that we launched Cuddly Dreams together, the O'Kelly collection, and I received so many personal messages, both from friends and from customers because I think a good 80% of them were asking about sleep. And so I thought today would be a good time to talk about sleep because it is something that even I personally, have troubles with from time to time. And in fact, there was a period of time where I just couldn't sleep. Uh, it is it is both, I guess, a curse and a blessing, right? Because when you can't sleep, there could be two things, right? Just because you're thinking too much and you have so much energy, your metabolism is so high, and that's kind of a good thing. But the bad thing is, you feel like crap the next day and you're not able to function properly. And then you seek out things to keep you awake. So you could be going for like that caffeine or that cigarette or something worse. So that's the thing with sleep deprivation is it might seem mild initially, but as it progresses, it makes you crave for things just to keep you going. And it could also be as simple as craving for carbohydrates, right? You need that sugary drink to get you going. So we all have sleep habits, and we may have sleep problems, we may not. And so today I want to go through the entire biological function of sleep. What exactly is sleep, and what does it mean for us, and why do we need to make sure that we have good sleeping habits, good sleeping hygiene, and we also need to be sleeping well. And in fact, if you are someone who can fall asleep easily, you wake up at the same time every single day, it doesn't mean that you're sleeping well because you might not have really deep sleep. So I'm going to address all those things today. So before I go into that, again, hi everyone, and if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you will be able to live chat with me there. But you're also welcome to come to our website live.ceramiracle.com, where we're also live streaming on our website, and you'll be able to live chat with me there as well. And again, in every live stream, we will have a topic that we talk about, and then we will also be doing a giveaway, and we will have a flash deal. So, hi Elmer. Oh, that's a cute gif. Okay, let's see. So sleep, sleep. So I think you guys definitely will find this thing really familiar, right? Counting sheep. I mean, how many of you count sheep when you can't sleep? I've tried it maybe like once or twice. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. But I guess the theory behind it is it's you do it to distract yourself from what you were thinking, right? So if you focus on counting the sheep, then you don't think about something else, and then that kind of like shuts your brain down, so you could slowly drift into sleep. But it doesn't work for me. It never works for me. There's a saying that young people should sleep more and older people do not need to sleep as much. And it's all got to do with the metabolism, right? So when you're younger, your metabolism is higher, and therefore, because your metabolism is higher, you literally use up more bodily functions during the day. More cells gets damaged, and you need more time to repair when you sleep. And so really the function of sleep is to repair whatever that we have damaged during the day. And it is part of the natural body process where we lose cells every single day. We lose cells, we damage our cells, like we have so at the time where you sleep at night is really when your body goes through this stage where it partially shuts down, so it's able to engage resources in the right area to repair it. So then for someone who is more elderly or older, because their metabolism during the day is not as high, and also because they probably do not do things as fast and they're more careful, therefore they do not need to sleep as much, because there's not really as much to repair than a younger person. And that's why we're seeing a lot of sleep problems now. Right from the start, when I was practicing as a naturopath, one of the most common complaints that we see in practice or clinic would be people with sleep issues, and people always come in like when I have insomnia, I cannot fall asleep. So that's always the problem. But then you have the other group of people that do not have sleep problems, but they come in for other things. And then through discovery, we realize that it is also because while they can fall asleep easily, they're unable to sleep deeper and well. So that's also an issue, and for me that could be a more dangerous issue, because if you cannot fall asleep, you have insomnia, at least you know what's going on, and then you find something to address it. But if you fall asleep easily but you just cannot sleep, if you're a light sleeper, then you probably do not realize that you have sleep troubles, and therefore issues will accumulate in your body over time. So I want to talk firstly about not being able to fall asleep, and this has got to do with, most parts, the sleep hygiene of people, especially if you're living in the city. So if you're living in the city, the first thing that we all do, in fact, everyone does it now, is we have this, like, so we are constantly on our phone, we're constantly in front of the computer, and these things emit blue light, and blue light, as we know, is not only harmful to our eyes and our skin, but it also affects our sleep, because the sleep cycle is governed by this thing in your body called the circadian rhythm, and the circadian rhythm is the natural body clock, and oh, so I want to boast a little bit here, because when I was in secondary school or high school, so I would think I was 16 years old, I took part in a national biology competition, and my experiment topic was, I chose circadian rhythm. So I bought I think 3 or 4 hamsters, and I subjected them to a sleep cycle test, and then I had my project presented at a science fair, and I won national championship. So yeah, so I'm very familiar with the circadian rhythm, because I studied it when I was 16. So back to the sleep circadian rhythm. Yes, it is a biological process that governs your entire sleep cycle, and light plays a very important part in regulating it, because there's this thing called the pineal gland, which is a tiny little gland that's at the top of your head, and it's almost like it's almost like a solar panel, like. And so when in the day, in the morning, or at least when the sun rises, then the light hits your head, and that activates the pineal gland. So to then which will then activate other parts of your body to release certain hormones, and some of the hormones could be cortisol, could be adrenaline. All those things, then would then wake you up naturally, so you're ready for the day. And then when the sun sets, then it gets dark. Then the pineal gland receives this information, and then it starts to increase the body's, or the brain secretion of melatonin, and therefore you then slowly unwind and then drift into sleep. So that is the normal human sleep cycle, the circadian rhythm. But unfortunately, because we have, and in fact, like, just human beings, right? Ever since we have invented light, we have started to develop sleep issues, because rightly so, we should be sleeping when the sun sets, but now we're sleeping later because we have artificial lighting. So those things actually affect the circadian rhythm, and then it gets worse, right? So now you not only have artificial light, you also have blue light, which is a very vibrant wavelength, and blue light, you use it right all the way till you sleep. You're on your bed, and you're trying to fall asleep, and then you can't sleep, and then you switch on your phone, and then the light hits your head, and then whoa, you're awake. So it's not a lot we can prevent. Definitely we do not want to go back to the days where we use candles at night, right? So we need to adapt, and in fact we are adapting. But one thing we can do to help us go back into that natural sleep cycle, or improve our sleep hygiene, is to look at a few things that we do before we sleep, and that is, if you can, at least 30 minutes, or I would recommend 1 hour before you sleep, to absolutely not use your mobile phones or your computer or your TV, right? Just make sure that you are everything shut off. And then the next step is getting to bed. So you should only ever use your bed as a place to fall asleep, which is really hard now because now that we are on the lockdown, we're at home. I guess a lot of people would sit on their bed, do work on your bed. But again, we want to train our body to recognize that the bed is not a place to have your meals or a place to watch television. Like, when you hit the bed, you want to sleep. So it is important to avoid going to bed until you are very sure that you're going to sleep. And so that's the other way to retrain your sleep habit and to also improve your sleep hygiene. And then other small things are like, taking a nice bath before going to bed, or a shower. Those things help as well. And avoiding stimulants, before you go to sleep. So as a rule of thumb, you want to avoid drinking coffee or anything with caffeine at least, for me, at least 6 hours before you want to go to bed. So if you're going to bed at, say, 12 midnight, then you shouldn't be drinking coffee from 6 p.m. So that's really important because caffeine is a stimulant. It's gonna keep you awake, and there's no way you can sleep if you're loaded with caffeine and you're thinking of things, right? So those are the things you need to do. So to recap, the first thing is to make sure that you do not use your mobile phones or watch television or use the computer at least 30 minutes to an hour before you sleep. The second thing is to make sure that you go to bed only when you want to sleep, right? And in the day, avoid going onto your bed. You can stay in your bedroom. You can have a chair or a sofa or an armrest, but you do not want to ever sit in your bed to do things. So then the third thing is you can do like things to relax yourself, like take a bath before you sleep, take a shower, and then the next thing I want to talk about is the time that you sleep. So we want to make sure that we follow a habit, and so fixing the time to fall asleep every night and then waking up at a certain time is very important because our body actually enjoys such habit. Our mind absolutely hates habits, right? We want to be able to stay up, do things, or have a free will, but the body actually prefers to be on a habit. Hi, brave newbie. So the body actually prefers to be on a habit. You want to be able to go to bed at the exact same time every single night and then wake up at the same time every single day. And obviously it would be hard for you to do that immediately if you are not used to this. But so what you want to do is to just like train yourself or set yourself a goal that, okay, I'm going to start falling asleep, or at least going to bed at 11 p.m. And then set an alarm for like whatever time. But it has to be the same time every day. And you do this for a week, you find that you naturally can train yourself to have this internal alarm clock that you'll be waking up at the same time every single day. And then when it's time to sleep, you feel really sleepy. So that's really important. But yeah, there are people who do shift works, or if you have erratic work schedule and then you have problems sleeping at the same time every night. So that is something that we have to talk about later because it's quite unique and we need to find ways to solve that. So those things make up your sleep hygiene and your sleep habit, and then we talk about also eating before you sleep, right? So this is okay. So this really depends on your body. Like, some people absolutely need to have some food in their tummy before they sleep, and then some people absolutely needs to have an empty stomach before they can sleep. So you know yourself best, and you want to do that. But again, to have food in your tummy doesn't mean you should be gorging yourself with food, because then if you overeat or overdrink, then it will also affect your sleep. So that forms the first part. That's the sleep habit and sleep hygiene that you can do on your own without using any medication or without any supplements, right? Because in fact, that's the first thing you need to do. Then the second part is, if you do that and you still have issues falling asleep, or if you find that your sleep quality is not good, then we will need to use supplements or other means to help us improve this process. But before we go to that, let's talk about some issues that happens when we do not sleep well, we do not sleep enough, or when we do not have good quality sleep. Sleep, if you do not sleep well or sleep enough, then it's going to definitely affect how your body repairs itself. So it's systemic, right? Because your body's repairing every single organ, it's repairing every single cell. So it doesn't, if you do not sleep well, the danger is that it actually affects every single thing in your body, and you will have no way of knowing how it affects you until it's too late, right? So if it starts, if you have damage, say in your liver, and the liver damage is a really slow process. You do not get any symptoms until that one day where you do like a random blood test and you find your ALT, AST, GGT rise up. Then you do a liver ultrasound, and then you realize you have developed fatty liver or you have cirrhosis. So it's not until it's too late that you find out, but and that's why making sure that you at least do the first part of the insurance, which is having a good sleep habit. It's really important. Not sleeping well will then affect every single organ in your body. Those things are progressive. You might not be able to feel it now if you're young, but what you can feel is, hi Qinglao, how many hours do you sleep per day? So this is subjective. Like myself, I need 8 hours. And I'm so sensitive because if I sleep anything lesser than 8 hours, I cannot function the next day. I feel like I'm missing out on something. And then if I sleep more than 9 hours, I feel like crap too. So I have a very short, like some people can sleep for 12 hours, 14 hours, but I can't do that. So I sleep for exactly 8 hours every single day. And then I would then tweak my sleep depending on how I feel in the day, or tweak my sleep quality, like with the use of supplements or other methods, if I feel like I need to sleep deeper, or if I need to sleep lighter. So that's how I do my own biohacking, but I need 8 hours a day. Everyone is different. Some people can survive and they feel well and their body is healthy on 6 hours a day. Some people need 9 hours, but the rule of thumb is 7 hours is kind of like the global average, right? 7 hours a day is like a safe zone to be at. Yeah, so going back to, drink some water first. So water is something that also affects our sleep, believe it or not. Too much water, of course, keeps you up, right? Because you need to wake up in the middle of the sleep to pee. But too little water then dehydrates you while you're sleeping, and therefore your body will not have enough resources to repair itself. So you need to keep yourself hydrated during the day. Drink at least 2 liters or 8 glasses of water a day, and then you should drink water before you sleep, but obviously not like a full mug like this, but maybe like just like half a cup before you sleep. So yeah, water is important. So yeah, going back to sleep. Let me see, any more questions? Okay, going back to sleep. What was I? The repair. So the repair of your body, it affects every single part of your organs, and those are the things that you do not feel until it's too late. But what you do feel is your function, your mental function the next day, your cognitive function. And by cognitive function, it means how you think, how your brain processes things, and how you do things, how reactive you are. And those are the things that you can feel if you do not sleep well the next day, alongside with other mental symptoms like anxiety, feeling jittery, or feeling like you're in a panic. And then you have other body functions like your heart rate goes up. You could have palpitation, or you could have increased heart rate, and then your breathing might also go up. You want to breathe more. So those are the things that's associated with having not enough sleep. And what I want to talk about is how it affects how having poor sleep affects those gives us those symptoms. It's because of cortisol. And I have mentioned this a few times before, but cortisol is a hormone in your body, and our entire body is governed, or at least it's operated by two things: hormones and enzymes. So hormones are enzymes that are biological things in your body. They could be like a fluid or something, but those are the things that's being secreted or produced by either your brain or other organs like your adrenal glands. Could be produced by your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, and hormones and enzymes, they all have very specific function, and they work synergistically with each other, and there's always a balance. It is the great balance. You need to have your hormones and your enzymes balanced in your body, and when they're balanced, you feel good. You feel good. In fact, you feel great. Getting to that level where everything is balanced, and in medicine we call it, oh, what's the word? Apparently I'm not getting enough sleep. uh, I will come to that word later. It starts with H. If anybody knows that word, let me know. I forgot how. It starts with H. It explains how your body is in this state where everything is balanced. If I can't remember it, I'm going to look it up. But well, things happen. I'm not young anymore. But yeah, you want to make sure that your homeostasis. Homeostasis. So homeostasis is a state where everything is in the balance. Like your hormone levels are in the balance, your enzymes are balanced, then you feel great. So what happens when you don't sleep enough is see what happened. Like when I talk about homeostasis, remember that my adrenal glands secreted adrenaline, and now I'm like so much more awake. That's hormones. So hormones work like this, and when you do not sleep enough, and you have to wake up the next day. In fact, we force ourselves to get up because you have to go to work or you have to go to school. Your alarm clock is buzzing, and then you wake up. But because you haven't slept enough, so your body is not prepared or ready to be up. But yet you are up. So when you're up, then you need to be able to do things. So how the body compensates when your body is not refuses to do things, but your mind is already up, is your body, the adrenal glands start to secrete more cortisol. Right? Cortisol is quite similar to adrenaline in terms of the function. It is a stimulant. It keeps you up, keeps you focused, keeps you awake. And that's why when you do not sleep enough, then you have higher levels of cortisol in the day. But cortisol comes with side effects, right? In life, in body, everything has a yin and a yang. While they have good benefits, they also have bad benefits. So for cortisol, the side effect is it constricts your blood vessels, so your blood pressure goes up. Cortisol also increases your heart rate because it is a stimulant, and cortisol also affects your thyroid gland, your thyroid processes. So cortisol also affects how your body uses sugar. Cortisol also affects your brain, and in the sense where it affects your psychological functions in a way, right? High cortisol can increase, say if you have an underlying, or if your pain point is always, if you have tendency to be a bit more anxious, or if you have anxiety, or in worst cases, if you have paranoia, if you're bipolar, then cortisol can actually make all these issues seem worse than it is. So fine. So you do not have enough sleep. You wake up early in the morning. Then your cortisol level goes up. You start to do things, and then but the cortisol level can only get you so much, right? Because your body needs to sleep. So what happens then is you start to crash. Like, so 2 hours have passed since you woke up, and then you're like, oh, I'm so sleepy, I'm so tired, I want to sleep, I cannot think, you cannot focus. Then you need a stimulant. So you go for coffee, right? You go for coffee, or you go for like a really black tea. Then the caffeine, which is a stimulant in the coffee, then keeps you up. But caffeine also has an issue of increasing cortisol in the body. So after that coffee, you want to you immediately feel like you will have an intense craving for something really sweet. It could be like like a toast with jam, or it could be something carbs, right? Because like when your cortisol level goes up, it also makes you want to crave for more sugar. Then you hit for the carbohydrate. You grab that sugar, and that thing just whacks out your entire body, because then that sugar also increases your heart rate, and you're so in the day you're in this state where everything is elevated. Your heart rate is up, your blood pressure is up, your cortisol level is up, and then by the time it comes to lunchtime, everything crashes. So then you have your lunch, then things goes up again, and then it crash again. So your whole day you have the spikes of up and down, up and down. It's like a roller coaster ride. Um, as I said before, your body loves to be in homeostasis, right? Your body loves to be in balance, and your body is designed to be in balance. But we're doing a lot of artificial things to keep your body out of balance. And when your body is out of balance, your body stops thinking as a whole. Because when your body is balanced, everything works synergistically. It's almost like on autopilot, and everything is happy. But when your body is not in balance, then individual organs start to think on their own, and they start to do things on their own, and so that's where things happen. The prolonged effect of that being said, is it increases your risk of cardiovascular diseases, right? Because your heart rate and blood pressure is up. And also it increases glycation. As I said before, glycation is something that affects every single part of your body, especially your skin. Then it also affects your mental health, right? Hi, Jenderson. Hello, Brazil. It also affects your health. It also affects your mental health, because when you do not sleep enough, and then you have the spikes of cortisol in the day, it really affects. You get brain fog, which is, to me, it's mild, right? Like having brain fog is mild, but at the extreme end, you can develop anxiety, you can develop panic. So it definitely affects your mental health. Oh, today we're talking about sleep. Yeah, because we just launched a sleep product, and then we have I have a lot of friends and customers who came asking me about sleep, because it's something that affects everyone. So I thought to have a nice chat with everyone to talk about sleep. It's something that we need to do every day, but it's something that a lot of people have problems with. So I'm just talking right now about why sleep deprivation or having poor sleep quality can affect our health. So to recap, it affects our blood pressure, affects our heart rate, it affects our mental health, it affects our mood, it affects our cognitive function, it affects how we think. For kids, right, it affects how they study. So literally, it affects every single part of your body. But those things that I pointed out earlier are things that we can feel immediately. Like, say if tonight I sleep only for 3 hours, the next day I know that I don't have enough sleep. But what we do not know or feel would be things that happen slowly but progressively in your body. So things like your liver being not able to function as well as it can, and therefore as the liver becomes sluggish, it tends to store fats within the liver. And prolonged storing of fats within the liver will give rise to issues like fatty liver, which will then result in liver cirrhosis, so which is really bad. Then, of course, we look at the damage of the blood vessels, and we look at the damage of the heart muscles, because as your heart rate elevates and as your blood pressure increases, and as you have problems with sugar metabolism in your body, and over time all these things builds up to attack and cause inflammation within your blood vessels, which will then lead to cardiovascular diseases. So those are the two main things. And if you notice, those things are all lifestyle diseases, right? As we call it, lifestyle diseases, metabolic disease. Those things the things that contribute to this would be your sleep habit, your sleep quality, and then your diet. So sleep is important. Now I've talked about the sleep habits that we can do without any medication or without any supplements that we need to be doing every single day. The second thing I've talked about would be the dangers and why we need to be sleeping well. Then now I want to talk about sleep quality in specific, because Because if you're unable to fall asleep, then you probably know why, right? Because you are thinking too much, and you just have thoughts in your head, or it's just that you had coffee at night, you had caffeine at night. So so that's something. The caffeine is something you can eliminate. Having that. So Jennison's asking on YouTube, I realize that I'm waking up tired every night. Unfortunately, this quarantine is leaving me like this. What to do when Netflix doesn't help? So this is the problem with the lockdown. In fact, just a few days ago, I have someone telling me that like she used to sleep well, and ever since the quarantine, she thought that with the lockdown she would be sleeping even better because like you're at home, you're sleeping, you wake up, you do nothing. But in fact, she's scared. She feels like she's not even sleeping now at all. But that's the problem because we the initial stage of the lockdown whacked us all out of our habit. Right, we all have a habit. We wake up in the day, we do our stuff, we go out, we go to work, and as we step out to go to work, we're being hit by like that wondrous, glorious sunlight, and all those things plays a part in the circadian rhythm. And then you go to work, you do your things, and then you finish work, you go home, you have dinner, and then you watch a Netflix, you unwind, and then you sleep. That's your life. But now with the lockdown, what's happening is people are out of whack because you have lost your habit. You wake up and you're like, what do I do now? What do I do today? And if you're living like in an apartment, if you are living in New York City in a small apartment, and you probably wouldn't even have light coming to your apartment, then and because of the lockdown, you can't step out of the place. You do not get a daily dose of sunlight. So that's a big problem. It's a real issue. How do we get around this? Little things you can do. They are not perfect, but little things you can do during the lockdown. So the first thing you can do is you may watch Fox. Oh my god. Let's not get political here. So what you can do is an hour before you sleep, just stop watching Netflix. No Netflix an hour before you sleep, right? And I guess if you're watching Netflix throughout the day, I would say that during the daytime you can watch your action flicks, you can watch your psychological thrillers, you can watch the horror, but at night you want to watch something vanilla, like something that is mild. It could be a comedy, something that's not stimulating. Because if you watch like The Walking Dead before you sleep, you won't be able to fall asleep, right? You're so stimulated. So you want to watch something that is mild and not stimulating, like a reality TV show, right? Watch like The Housewives or something before you sleep. But at least 1 hour before you sleep, no Netflix, no phones, no TV, nothing. And then if you're living in an apartment, what you want to do is, yeah, your mind and body takes a while. Like I'm talking about at least like 2 weeks to get used to this routine. So in a lockdown, the first 2 weeks people are out of whack, and if you do not take the first 2 weeks seriously to readjust your routine, you will have that issue throughout the entire lockdown. So it is important to quickly start getting into the right sleep hygiene and retraining and rechanging your habits. So then we talk about sleeping at night. If you are in your bedroom, you want to make sure that when you sleep, you do not have any light, right? So you want to make sure that you have light-proof curtains. Pitch dark. Everything should be pitch dark in your room. If you have like a charger, on the mains, you have a charger that has got like a blue light or like an indicator light. You want to cover those things because that little bit of light can also affect your sleep. So make sure that the room is pitch dark when you sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, you want to get yourself first thing to a window. Right, so I believe that everybody should have a window at home, and I hope that your window faces like you get light in your window. So when you wake up in the morning, instead of going to grab that cup of coffee, go to a window, open the window and make sure that you get light on your face, on your head. So that's one way to retrain your sleep habit if you're stuck in an apartment. Obviously, if you're living in a house, then you should be able to, like, go out to the balcony, or at least, get out of the house, and you get the sunlight. So just having pitch darkness and bright light. What about Schitt's Creek? So I'm so sad because I finished Schitt's Creek. So if you guys do not know, Schitt's Creek is a comedy on Netflix, and it's what I have been binging on during the lockdown before I sleep. It is, yeah. So coffee and sun and music wake you up. And again, your choice of music has to be important during the day and at night, because music, you can use music to train your sleep habit too. So if you do that, then you'll be able to at least survive the first stage of the awkwardness when you change your habit. Then the next step is, of course, to make sure that when you're asleep, to have good sleep quality. So as I said before, not being able to fall asleep, that's something that is very obvious that we can address. We know that we're not being able to sleep. But then there's a group of people who can fall asleep really easily. But when they sleep, they're either really light sleeper, or they might they're dozed off, but their mind is not really completely shut down. They do not have adequate length of REM sleep. And REM sleep is rapid eye movement sleep. It is a phase where your mind totally shuts down, and you have that really refreshed sleep. And it's called REM because it is the time where you're dreaming, right? And while you're dreaming, our eyeballs actually do move about. So that's REM sleep, and the longer you have with REM sleep, the better it is for you, because that's the time where you get the deep repair. It's almost like getting like the intense deep massage. When you have a massage, and then you press the right muscle, you press the right tendons. And the REM sleep is like that. When you have REM sleep, it just repairs everything. It is the best medicine in the world. REM sleep, it is the best medicine in the world. It is a miracle. So we want to get more of that as we can. But there's a lot of things that can prevent you from getting that deep sleep. So one thing is having like too much thoughts in your head, because we're such a thinking animal today. Oh, I haven't seen Miracle on Cell 7. But you know what? Like, I feel like if you cry, like, people tend to sleep better when they cry, because crying is a release of emotion. And a lot of time, most modern people, and especially guys, we have pent up frustrations and we have pent up emotions. And if you do not let it out, it's gonna stay and linger in your body, like it's gonna linger in your mind. So maybe crying would be good therapy. And if, like babies, after they cry, they sleep. So maybe that's what we should be doing. I'm gonna experiment that. So I'm gonna watch Miracle on Cell 7. These are our this is Ceramiracle. Is our range of skin supplements and beauty products. I will get to this later. I have about 5 minutes before I finish up the sleep. I just want to finish up with one more tip. So to get to that deep sleep stage, naturally, it's hard, because like things like meditation will help. Because it helps to keep you focused, and it helps you to wind down your mind. But the other thing you can do is to take sleep supplements. So there are things that can help you get into the REM sleep. Obviously, most people know melatonin, but there are also ingredients like GABA, GABA. You have L-theanine. You have things like tart cherry extract, and then some people take chamomile, lemon balm. So these are all natural ingredients that you can take to help you fall asleep, or improve your sleep quality, or get you to REM sleep. I'm going to talk about melatonin first, because I have used melatonin myself before, on very extreme cases, but I don't really like it, because melatonin is a hormone, and we shouldn't really be messing with hormones, because unless you are very familiar with how to use melatonin, 99% of people who uses melatonin supplements today are using it wrongly. And in fact, 99% of the products in the market are overdosed. Our brain secretes very little minute amounts of melatonin at night, but the supplement that you take that contains melatonin, those things contain tens or 100 times more melatonin than your body is used to. And so if you, by taking those things, those supplements, what's going to happen is you're going to get this huge rise in melatonin levels in your body. And then your body depends on it. So without the supplement, you probably cannot fall asleep. But that's not the worst thing. The worst thing is it will actually downregulate your body's own production of melatonin. So because if you have melatonin so freely available through like a supplement, then your body doesn't have to work as hard to produce these hormones, and over time it just downregulates. So then you are really losing that natural function to balance your body. So that's why I do not ever take melatonin unless I have to. The only time where I do take melatonin is, say, if I'm flying from East Coast to West Coast, or if I'm flying across a few time zones. So then in that case, melatonin helps me get back to the right time zone faster, for jet lag. But otherwise, no melatonin. That's why you do not see melatonin in Cuddly Dreams. So Cuddly Dreams is the new sleep supplement that we launched 2 weeks ago, and the ingredients in here would have tart cherry, GABA, jujube or Chinese date, and L-theanine. And I'm going to explain why I use these ingredients in here more in depth. So tart cherry extract comes from cherry juice, and cherries, they contain a phytochemical that is quite similar to melatonin. It's like a plant-based melatonin. It actually doesn't affect your body's production of melatonin, right? So it doesn't downregulate or upregulate it. So then also tart cherry contains antioxidant, specifically anthocyanins. And these antioxidants have also been found to help to relax the muscles in our body. So tart cherry is a really good natural fruit ingredient that can help us fall asleep better. GABA is something that I use very frequently. Like, I am in love with GABA, GABA. So GABA is an amino acid. It is, the long form is gamma aminobutyric acid, and it is one of the, how can I explain this? GABA has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier in a very small amount, and what it does is it's like a natural relaxant, but much more than the relaxing effect. What I really do enjoy of GABA is that GABA can actually increase our growth hormones naturally. So when you take GABA at night before you sleep, it actually helps to increase growth hormones while you're sleeping. And those growth hormones are the things that repairs our body faster and keeps us youthful, right? So young people, they are just, they have really high levels of growth hormones. So they can sleep for maybe like 4 hours, or if they go to a party, they sleep for 2 hours. They can still function, they feel great. But as you come to your 30s or 40s or 50s, you notice that if you only sleep for like 2 hours, like no way you can function the next day, because your body takes longer to repair. Because when you have lower growth hormones in your body, it takes more time to repair. So GABA has got this function of increasing the growth hormones in your body, but it is also a really relaxing amino acid. It relaxes muscles, not just everywhere in your body. So it helps you drift into sleep, and it gets you into the stage where if you're asleep, you can. It's almost like falling into a bed of feathers, right? It just makes you, it pulls you deeper and deeper into sleep. Then you have jujube, which is Chinese date, and this is a traditional Chinese medicine ingredient, which has been used for mainly to treat insomnia. And what it does is, from a TCM perspective, right, it actually regulates like body heat. We know that when we are too hot at night, we are unable to sleep. So every time the body temperature drops by 1 Celsius, we have a higher chance of falling asleep. So what jujube does is it regulates like the body temperature, but it also has got a very calming effect on the mind, and this calming effect, it's not really like in Western medicine where it shuts you down or what anything, but it is more. I would say it kind of unifies and uniforms the other hormones in your body to bring you to that state of like it's a calming well-being. And then the last ingredient is L-theanine. So L-theanine is from green tea. And as I said in the last live stream, green tea is a wonderful ingredient because green tea, although it has got caffeine, which is a stimulant, green tea also has got this thing called L-theanine. And L-theanine is something that calms you down. L-theanine is like the opposite of caffeine. So L-theanine is also an antioxidant, which is also great for the body. So with Cuddly Dreams, you have tart cherry, GABA, jujube, L-theanine. Cuddly Dreams doesn't sort of like put you to sleep immediately, right? Because it is not a sleeping pill. What it does is it prepares your body and it gets you comfort. It gives your body comfort and calmness, so then you can naturally fall asleep. And then when you fall asleep, it has the ability to draw you deeper into that REM sleep. So some side effects from Cuddly Dreams is after taking Cuddly Dreams, you might find that you get more vivid dreams. You start to dream more, or you can remember your dreams, or your dreams just become really deep. Like it could be something that it could be really adventurous. Like you could have like a dream that's really vivid and lifelike. So, but that's a good sign because when you have vivid dreams, when you have like really exciting dreams, you are in the REM sleep state. So the longer you're dreaming, the better it is for you. Then when you wake up after Cuddly Dreams, because it doesn't contain melatonin, because it doesn't contain any pharmaceuticals, and you do not get that hangover effect. Some people, to fall asleep, they take sleeping pills, they take antihistamines, and those things comes with withdrawal symptoms. They come with a hangover, so in the day you feel horrible, you feel crap. But with Cuddly Dreams, you don't get that. So when you wake up in the morning, you're up and you're ready to go. So Cuddly Dreams is not just about helping you sleep well, it's also about making sure that your body can have a great environment to repair itself at night. So if you have sleep issues, if you're facing sleep problems, then you can take 2 capsules of Cuddly Dreams 30 minutes to an hour before you sleep. But if you do not have any sleep issues, but you just want to make sure that you get deeper and better quality sleep, then you can take 1 capsule of Cuddly Dreams before you sleep. And the capsule is really small. Right? So it's a tiny capsule. Just 1 of this or 2 of this will do. And that's it. And there's also cases where you can take Cuddly Dreams in the day. So in the day, say if you are feeling extremely anxious, right? If you are really anxious or you are nervous because let's say you're going for a job interview, or if you have to go on stage to do a speech and you just get jittery, you're nervous, you can take 1 capsule of Cuddly Dreams then to sort of like calm you down, and so you won't be as nervous. So it does work in the day as well. So the nice thing is it doesn't put you to sleep, like it doesn't knock you out. So you can take it in the day, it's not going to knock you down, it's not going to affect your reactive to things. So if you're driving, if you take a capsule of Cuddly Dreams, it's not going to make you drowsy. But so how it works is Cuddly Dreams will only help you fall asleep when you want to fall asleep. That's how it works. So that's Cuddly Dreams. And let me see. Wow, I just talked for an hour non-stop. But I do enjoy it because I find that it's so important to share with you guys about sleep. It is a nagging topic that affects a lot of people, and I know that not being able to sleep is one of the worst things that can happen to you. Like you just feel so horrible, and so giveaway. So before the giveaway, today's flash deal is 10% off Cuddly Dreams if you use the code CUDDLY, CUDDLY 10, Cuddly 10. 10% off Cardi Dreams if you use the code in the next 2 hours. So this is gonna end at 10 p.m. Pacific time. In fact, there's one more hour. So over the next 1 hour, if you make a purchase of Cardi Dreams, it's 10% off, and the code is CUDDLY10. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you probably will not be able to see this, the code. So you want to come to our website, live.ceramiracle.com. That's live.ceramiracle.com. That's where our live stream page is, and that's where we have the live stream flash sale code at the bottom. So again, it's 10% off and this. So now let's play a game. Let's do a giveaway. So I don't see Janice today, which means I do not have to give her a hint. Haha. What should I give her today? I don't know. Oh, Janice is here. Hi, Janice. Jasmine's asking, sometimes if I have dreams, I wake up, I feel tired instead of fresh. Jasmine, that is right, because sometimes when we have dreams, and in fact, if we sleep really, really deeply, we might wake up really tired in that sense. It's not that we are tired, it's just that the body is overly relaxed, and that comes with a habit, right? Because if you are sleeping on this level every single day, then that's what your body is used to. And then suddenly, if your sleep quality increases, whoa, your body is taking the opportunity to just relax even more and just like let go. You will feel a bit more tired the next day, but after a few days, you'll notice that you start to wake up feeling more refreshed, right? So it is how it is. Like it doesn't mean that it is not good, but the deeper sleep that we have at night. Initially, you might feel like you feel really tired the next day, but it's not tired. You're just overly relaxed. Your muscles are so relaxed that you're not used to that state of relaxation. But after a few days, then it's fine. But then there's also the possibility that yes, you are dreaming, but you're not dreaming for too long. Like your REM sleep is actually really short, but you just happen to remember the dream. But the rest of your sleep is actually really light. So it could also be the issue where your sleep is too light, but you just happen to remember the dream. So that's the other thing. And that's why I said the best insurance, right, is to like take a capsule of Cardi Dreams before you sleep every night. That will definitely keep you in that deeper, longer REM state. Okay, Janice is here. Flash deal today is Cardi Dreams, 10% off Cardi Dreams for the next 1 hour. Yeah. So every time when that happens, you tend to drink coffee after you wake up. So anyone who knows me really well knows that I am against coffee, because it is a vicious cycle, and your body really doesn't need to have that caffeine, right? Because your body does have the hormones to functions the same as the caffeine. You just need to know how to retrain your body. But having said that, if you feel like you need to have that coffee in the morning and then you have it, and if you have been drinking it for the last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, then if you were to stop immediately now, it's going to be really hard, because you need to have it takes about 2 weeks for you to get over the hangover, the withdrawal symptoms of caffeine. But obviously, if you really want to make a big change in your body, in your health, then you want to stop relying on coffee. Then you go cold turkey and you take 2 weeks to force yourself to not drink coffee in the morning. Then you probably find that in the future you will need to rely on it. But if you are drinking coffee every single morning, and if you have to drink it, then what you have to do is to make sure that the coffee doesn't actually affect your health. And that means watching your sugar intake during the day, and also having really good quality sleep. Because if your sleep quality is bad and then you take a lot of carbohydrates and sugar during the day, and then you take coffee, then all this will increase your risk of getting metabolic disease. So that's coffee. Decaf coffee doesn't have the same effect. So decaf coffee is coffee without the caffeine. So decaf coffee is fine in that sense because, and in fact, decaf coffee can be good for you because decaf coffee has got. It is not completely free of caffeine, right? Decaf coffee still has about 5 to 10% of the caffeine left. So that is fine. It's just very mild. But decaf coffee will have then the antioxidants in coffee. Coffee contains antioxidants, so coffee is actually good for us. It's just that the caffeine in the coffee is horrible. So decaf coffee could be a good alternative. And say if you, some people are addicted to coffee not because of the caffeine, it's because of the taste of the coffee. You know, coffee by in itself is a great plant, it's a great fruit, it's a great herb. Coffee is bitter, and anything that is bitter in nature that we consume in the plant of a food actually stimulates our gallbladder, so it actually decreases your incidence of things like the gallstones, etc. And it keeps it keeps the enzymes flowing, and also anything. And then coffee also contains polyphenols, and they are really good antioxidants that have been shown to improve our brain health. So yeah, decaf coffee is thanks for bringing that up, Tiffany, because I almost forgot about it. So if you're trying to go cold turkey with caffeine, what you can do is to replace your normal coffee in the morning with decaf coffee. Um, but if you feel like you need that extra boost in the morning, because some people just need to have the extra boost, then you can do this. You can take marine matcha, because marine matcha contains the green tea, which has got the caffeine, but it also has the L-theanine from the caffeine from the green tea that sort of like balances out the effect of the caffeine. So you get that great concentrated dose of energy from the spirulina, chlorella, and green tea. It's nutritious, it gives you antioxidant, it gives you chlorophyll, and this is a much better way to start the day. So instead of coffee, you can have decaf coffee, and then you can mix in like a teaspoon of marine matcha into the decaf coffee. Then you have yourself the perfect drink for the mornings. Okay, so I'm going to give away a Sam Bear today. I am going to give away a Sam Bear today. Sam Bear is here. I am going to give away Sam today, and I'm still going to play the number game today because I'm still waiting for my number wheel to come. I'm making this game board so we can play the games, and I'm trying to find like something that we can do using the live stream to make it more fun. So, but for now, I think I do like the number game. So, again, I'm gonna give out Sam Bear to anyone that guessed the same number as me. How do I give hints? How do I give hints to Tiffany? Oh, Janice. Okay, Janice, just follow your heart. Okay, so do you guys want to play the game? Do you guys want to play the game? I'm gonna give out a Sam Bear. If you up, type yes. If you want to take home Sam Bear and play the game in the giveaway, type yes, please. Okay. So let me take out my phone. I am going to Janice, it's so tough. It's not tough. It's not tough. Just the hint is to think about history. and experience. So okay, I have chosen a number, and it's between 1 to 9 on my phone. And if again, you guys know how this works. If you type in a number after I say start, and if your number is the same as my number, then you get a Sam Bear. Okay? So yep, start. Go for it. Any number between 1 to 9. 1 to 9. Between 1 to 9. Any number between 1 to 9. Let's see, we've got 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, 8. Okay, so we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 8. So we are playing the giveaway game. The game is to pick a number between 1 to 9. I have picked my number before the game started. It's in my phone, so there's no cheating. It's totally fair, and just type in a number between 1 to 9 in the live chat, wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, or on our website. And if you pick the right number as me, you bring home a Sam Bears, which means there is no limit to the number of winners, right? So if 10 people pick the same number as me, 10 people win this. And Sam Bears a great friend to have, especially at this time, in lockdown, because it's just one more thing, entity, thing, person, friend to have at home to keep you in this time of loneliness. But you know what? I am here with you twice a week, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific time or 11 p.m. Eastern time. So I am that friend that you can have. And in fact, as I said, do not watch anything that is too stimulating or scary before you sleep. So if you are trying to fall asleep on a Tuesday or Thursday, then before you sleep, you can watch my live stream, because it is definitely not overly stimulating. But it will, and hopefully my voice can lull you to bed and keep you calm and sleeping well out there. So we're gonna end the giveaway in about 15 seconds. If you haven't typed your answer in, please put it in, and then we will find out who has won Sam today. And in the meantime, please do share with your friends about the live stream if you haven't already, because the more people we have on the live stream means that the more games we can play, the bigger the games we can play. That would be so much more exciting. Oh yay! Somebody guessed 7. So now we have at least now we have somebody who at least one person who has guessed anything from 1 to. Oh no! Nobody guessed 9. Okay, that's fine. Okay, last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. And I am so happy. Because I don't have to feel bad anymore. Like, at least I can. The number is 6. Today's number is 6. Janice, I'm glad you saw my hint. In fact, everyone, I said that I would be giving a huge hint to Janice today, and my hint was for everyone. I kept doing this. So Janice and DB got it, because I kept doing this. 6 fingers. And the lucky number for today is 6, and we have two winners today, DB and Janice. So DB and Janice, please go to our Instagram page and send us a DM. So it's Ceramiracle on Instagram. Send us a DM with your name and your mailing address. We will send you Sam. In fact, we're not going to send you Sam. Sam will find his own way. Because of the lockdown, only Sam can leave the place. So Sam will find his own way. Maybe he'll take the Teddy airline, or maybe he will take the Teddy cruise liner and find his way to your home in about a week or two, wherever you are. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yay! So I'm happy. I'm happy that I feel like I recognize people who have been following our live stream since the first day, and I think everyone who has been on the live stream every week has won something, and that is exactly what I want to do with the live stream, right? So to share, and there you go, right? Share a miracle. So in case you haven't noticed, right, Ceramiracle comes from the word share a miracle. We're here, we're all about sharing. We're all about sharing good health, good beauty. We're all about sharing our time with you so you can make educated choices with your health, with your skincare routine. And hopefully, you would also pay it forward by sharing all this with your friends, because the more people we can reach out to with, what, at least for what I know, I hope is going to help you greatly, not today, not tomorrow, but for the rest of your life, right? Some knowledge you probably remember for the rest of your life. So yeah, that's really what I want to do. And so thank you guys for today's live stream, for staying with me for the past 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'll be back again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, and that would be on Wednesday at 11 a.m. GMT plus 8, which is the time in East Asia. So once again, thank you guys. See you guys at the next live stream. And please stay safe, please stay well, and please sleep well. So if you can, let me know if you're following my tips this weekend at the next live stream, if your sleep has improved, if you feel like you feel better. I would love to receive your feedback. And if you have already bought O'Kelly products or any of our products, I would love to hear your feedback from you. So come swing by the live stream at the live stream sessions and let me know how you're going with the supplements, if you have been taking them. Do you have any feedback from me? I would love to know that as well. So once again, thank you guys. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.